Hi everyone. So I just wanted to show you how you can modify any module that you import into your course. If you want to make it shorter or split it up or delete things or move things, it's actually really easy. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So for example, here is the week 1 Algebra 2B module. And I know some people might want to give less to their students in a week, which is totally fine. So you don't need to feel like you can't use this just because it feels like a lot. You can totally edit it and change it to your liking. So for example, if I receive this module and I import it into my course and it looks like this, and let's say I only want to do one SLT this week. I don't want to do SLT 1 and SLT 2. I just want to do the first SLT. Then the first thing I'm going to do is make a separate module to put all of the SLTs 2 items into. I don't want to delete them because let's say maybe I just take this week and split it into 2 weeks or spread it across 2 weeks. I could do SLT 1 in my first week and SLT 2 in my second week. So in order to have somewhere to put the SLT2 material, I'm just going to click the plus module at the top of my page. It's that blue button. And then I'm going to say week 2, and I'm going to call it Intro to Probability Part 2. So I'm going to do the first module as the first half of this Intro to Probability. So now I have this new module and it's all the way at the bottom, and I can move anything in my modules by clicking this dotted section on the left. So I'm going to move it up so that it's closer to the original module. Okay. And then I can also even edit this title of the original module. I can click the dot, dot, dot on the right and click edit and say this is just going to be part 1 or SLT1. I guess we should call it SLT1, and SLT, this one will just be SLT2. All right, so every time you make a change, you can just click update module. Now, all I want to do is move everything from SLT2 into my week 2 module. So again, to do that, I click those dots on the left and drag it down to my week 2. And I'm just going to do that with everything that was under SLT2. Unfortunately, you do have to do it one by one, but it shouldn't take too long. All right, so now I have split this up into 2 separate modules. Another thing you might want to consider doing is if you split that up, you might want to edit the objectives and agenda page to like better match what you're doing in the first week. And you also, I would recommend making another objectives and agenda page to go into your week 2 module. So a really easy way to do that is just to go to the objectives and agenda page here, go over to the dot, 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 and click duplicate. And it's going to name it the same thing, but with copy at the end. So that way you know it's the duplicated version. And then I'm just going to move that down here to my new module. So when I get to week 2, I can edit this to match the SLT2 material that you'll be covering in week 2. And then I can also edit the page that I've already been given to match what I'm doing in week 1. So I can click edit at the top. And let's say, since I split it up, I'm only going to do SLT1, not SLT2. Then I'm just going to take off this last objective about two-way tables because I'm not going to be covering that. Also, if there's anything you want to delete, or like here, I know I'm not going to be doing lesson 3 or the exit quiz. I can delete that. You can edit anything in the page like this. So there might be other things you want to delete or change, and you can edit it as much as you want. And then to go back to my module, I'll go click modules and see if there's anything else I need to change. Another thing I recommend is making sure you do have a wrap-up page. That way students know that they're done with the module. So since we moved that wrap up down here, I can do the same thing. I can duplicate it, and that way I have a wrap up page at the end of my first module. All right, so hopefully that helps you. Also, if you want to delete anything, like let's say you don't want to do the second Desmos activity, you can click the ... over here, and then you can click the trash can to remove it. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to remove it, but you can click that trash can, and you can do that with anything on here. So we just want to make sure you feel comfortable editing and changing and modifying this to the needs of you and your students. So please feel comfortable doing that. I hope this video helped.